My name is Token D Rock. It is Tuesday, August 2nd. I hope all of you had a wonderful weekend. Hopefully, you're having a good day today. It is 10:18 a.m. if you're watching me live. Overall, crypto market cap is sitting at $1.067 trillion. Bitcoin dominance sitting at 41.2%. As we can see, ETH sitting at 18.6% dominance. Bitcoin has come down a little bit after facing some previous resistance that we talked about in last week's video. It has come down, as you can see, as low as recently. Roughly, what is that? I'm sorry, that window was kind of messed up. And then this one, I don't know what's going on. Pardon me, guys. 22.8, let's say. And it's trying to bounce. Bulls are trying to hold their shit together, but bears are dominating right now. As we can see, ETH has come down a bit too. It's sitting right above $1,600. BNB hasn't been phased too much. Cardano's getting close to below 50 cents again. Solana nearing getting a bit closer to $40. So no bueno with that. But overall, we're it's nothing to fear too much. I mean, because the market kind of baked in the 75 basis points that we discussed in the previous video, and because the Federal Reserve didn't go beyond that, go maybe to full uh, one full percentage or 100 basis points. Market didn't, freak the f out. So there's that. This is just the 1 hour. You can see that we had a little spike temporarily, but now the bulls are bringing the price action back down to this level, roughly speaking. Um, have some bearish divergence. This little uptick, this huge upswing in volume, and then just seeing it crash down kind of shows that there's some pretty solid resistance right here that we kind of have to get past here in the short term. And then again, if we look at this is kind of playing out. It's still holding true. Are we going to land here in the next day or two? I don't know. I wouldn't be too surprised, but I do think we need to kind of build some more support along right around in this zone before we head any higher. Um, what do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comments section. Again, we don't have to worry about another Fed rate hike probably till roughly, I believe, early September or mid September. So we have some time to breathe. But if we see, job growth fizzle out, if we see a bunch of other stuff, indicators, it may be a sign that we got to go a bit lower before we really, really have a spring to the upside. Again, worst case scenario, we wait, 2 years' time, and right around the next Bitcoin halving, and Bitcoin should rally. So there's that. Heading over to news. ECB Bitcoin is the least credible alternative for cross-border payments. Cry harder. They're pretty salty. That couldn't be anything further from the truth. I mean, Bitcoin was literally talking about um, what's it called? We're literally using crypto, Bitcoin included, to move money across borders, whether it was for the situation in Ukraine, if there's other situations that may occur here in the next few years, because things are kind of shaping up to be kind of like Cold War 2.0, where there's two poles of influence, more or less. Like on one side you have like China, Russia, and etc. And then on one side you have US, UK, a lot of Western countries, etc. But yeah, I don't know. Bitcoin and some crypto will be kind of that form of cross border uh, monetary value, because as we've seen, I don't know if I covered it exactly, but there was certain individuals in the Ukrainian government that were trying to cross borders with large amounts of money in the briefcases. Some people were carrying gold bars and stuff, so that stuff can easily be confiscated right at the border. That's not to say Bitcoin's foolproof, but it's definitely way better than the traditional system that we have right now. So there's progress being made. Fidelity says that Bitcoin is likely impervious to competition now. It's pretty crazy. Just in, Bitcoin and crypto exchange Huobi approved to operate in Australia. Just more and more people getting exposed to Bitcoin and crypto by and large. Brazil's largest digital bank, Nubank, hit over 1 million Bitcoin and crypto users in under 1 month. It's quite the feat. Again, just 1 month, guys. 1 million people were exposed to Bitcoin and crypto. They see the potential. Just in, Bitcoin exchange River removes all fees for recurring purchases. Pretty cool stuff. The other thing is, have both parties are to blame for this. They both try to pick us against each other and divide us on. Sometimes I'm not saying all the issues are like this, but some of the issues are not as serious, but one party, pardon me, may be a bit way more emotional about it than the other. um it's just not fun. But yeah, this is one way to look at it. Some people politically say that the rich is the number one enemy. Non-rich are basically completely innocent. But the real enemy is the people within both, uh, you know, the non-rich and the rich group that basically set rules that empower uh, certain individuals over what you can and can't do. And you could argue we've made a lot of progress, but I think we have a long way to go before a lot of people feel that the system is fair. But I'm not gonna get too into that. But speaking on this, again, if we can come together and um, work shit out, have a real discussion, not get too emotional, great things can come about. So Jack Posobiec had a misunderstanding with Jon Stewart, and they talked it out, and they came
Jack
to an
Posobiec, I'm here with
agreement.
Kim Jensen of Grunstyle, and hello. Jon Stewart is also here. Jon Stewart and I have decided to come to agreement. Have we not, Jon?
Yes, sir. I lost my temper a little bit. I felt like I was being trolled, and I realized that the important thing is just got to get this done for these guys and get them over the finish line to get the health care they need.
We're at 98%. Let's get it over the last 2%.
Please.
Is that fair?
Fair.
Shake on it.
7-5, brother.
Do or die.
So that's cool. See Jack Posobiec and Jon Stewart. Jack Posobiec typically leans more right or a bit more conservative. Meanwhile, Jon Stewart leans a little bit more left, but he's I'd say he's a little bit more moderate now, but he's definitely leans left. But it doesn't matter. Well, the whole point is they can come together and agree on some stuff, and I think that's the biggest thing that we kind of need at this point in time. And then there's things like this: puberty blocking procedures promoted by the Biden Harris administration are child abuse, according to Tulsi Gabbard. FDA has just confirmed these hormones slash drugs have extremely dangerous side effects like brain swelling and vision loss. Yet, yeah, they're promoting uh, these procedures. Again, certain medical procedures are being promoted like crazy. I don't know why, personally. Is there something bigger at hand? I don't know, but it's not good, guys. Like, I'm not going to play the whole clip for you guys, but you get the whole idea. This is an issue that divides a lot of people. Over in Portland, a restaurant came up with an innovative way to promote racial equity. They created separate sections for African Americans, or like black diners, and then white diners, like Caucasian diners. Like, I don't know, that's pretty crazy. And the way they worded it, they said, "We want to provide a safe space for our diners of color to ease the trauma of living in this racist society." I don't know, dude. He dropped the he or she or whatever gender that they are, like, they dropped the ball. They literally brought back segregation in the restaurant. Then we have, again, a lot of division over medical procedures. What's interesting is a particular medical procedures def names sorry a particular medical procedures definition has been changed 2 times here in the past 10 years. I don't know, kind of weird if you ask me, but let me know what you guys think down below. Another meme: if California was serious, they'd ban private jets, not lawnmowers. People who own jets upset that I own a lawnmower. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, it really seems like it's an attack on the little guy, because meanwhile they get to fly in their private jets. Like, you're going to potentially be limited to how much you can use your car, how much you can do X, Y, and Z, in the name of, saving the planet. Like, it's kind of hypocritical if you ask me. But again, let me know what you guys think down below. Call me crazy, but I don't think it's a good idea to provoke a war with China in their theater after we just got our asses kicked in Afghanistan, got smoked in the Ukraine proxy war by Russia, and failed coup attempts in Venezuela, Syria, Bolivia, and Kazakhstan. So more or less, if you're kind of like uninformed about what's going on, essentially Nancy Pelosi has landed in Taiwan, and she's supposedly done this, like, I think I think she did this in the 90s, I believe I heard somewhere. And basically there's a lot of tension. Basically China's ramping up their military. Basically have been low key kind of threatening us in a way. I'm not trying to phrase it in a way to like make you antagonistic towards China, because though I do not like China whatsoever, I do think that we need to be very, very careful, because we could potentially be seeing World War III, if we don't handle this situation with caution and care. And World War III would not be good for anybody involved, especially not everyday people like you and me. The people in power are going to face the least, um, you know, damage. They're going to see the least casualties and stuff like that. So it's just, I hate that it would come to that, but let's hope that cooler heads prevail. But yeah, it's not smart that she's basically antagonizing China, and while we're kind of in a delicate situation, I'm not saying we need to necessarily defend Taiwan like we are with Ukraine and stuff, but I don't know. Sting came out, and he interrupted a concert in Poland, sorry, on Saturday evening, to warn his audience that democracy is under attack worldwide, and to denounce the war in Ukraine as an absurdity based upon a lie. Like, it's the war. We need to come together and denounce the war. We need to stop taking sides and just be like, all right, this war needs to end. Because it doesn't really benefit you or me. It benefits the people associated with oil companies, people associated with companies that are going to extract other resources and stuff like that. It doesn't benefit you and me by and large. It's pretty messed up that war is like considered the end all be all solution to so many problems. Anne Rind, I probably butchered her name, wrote this almost 60 years ago. It's frightening how accurate the statement is today. When you see that trading is done not by consent, but by compulsion, when you see that in order to produce, you need to obtain permission from men who produce nothing. When you see that money is flowing to those who deal not in goods, but in favors. When you see that men get richer by graft and by pool than by work, and your laws don't protect you against them, but protect them against you. When you see corruption being rewarded and honesty becomes a self sacrifice, you may know that your society is doomed. I don't know. What do you guys make of this? Personally, I think it's kind of like we can relate to this uh, wall of text more or less by some extent here in the U.S. It's no bueno. One last thing, guys, before we go, I just have to remind you if your Bitcoin is on an exchange, you don't have that Bitcoin. So get it off there, move it to a third party wallet app or whatever. Get a Trezor or whatever, cold storage wallet. Just make sure that a good chunk of your crypto is not on exchanges because God forbid they go down like Celsius, Voyager, and a few others. Uh, you don't want to be caught with your pantalones on the floor, your crypto on the exchange, and then you don't have access to it. Maybe you had all your crypto on there and then all your crypto's gone. So don't be that guy. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I will see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Take care. And until then, take care. And